two. Test 1 2. Mic test.
You're watching Auction Network. watching Auction Network. watching Auction Network.
Hey, good Thursday afternoon to you. Welcome into Auction Network Live on this June 13th. It is a busy month across the internet here at Auction Network. We have got 95 properties across the country we're auctioning for the month of June. We've got a lot of properties in July already starting to show up, and we've got a big portfolio we're auctioning off today here in just a few minutes. Our auctioneer Tony Langdon already on site for us. They are set up at a hotel on the south side of Tulsa, not too far from where we're broadcasting from. Our home offices and studios for Auction Network in Williams & Williams, located in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in northeastern part of the Sooner State. In fact, that's where we're going to be auctioning off all day today. We've got some fantastic lake properties. We've got land. We've got commercial properties as well. So let's get right to it. You've seen the videos that have been rolling, showing you some aerial shots and giving you highlights of what's going on today. And we'll take a little bit closer look as we move through here. We can go to my computer here and I'll kind of follow along with you and flip through some photos and give you some highlights of what's happening today. As you can see, we're just all on the southeast and northeast side of Tulsa here. We're going to be in Bixby. We've got a home there. We've got a lot of land in Bixby as well. Stone Bluff properties that will auction off towards Coweta, Muskogee. We've got the old bank building up on Grand Lake, I should say. We've got properties in Afton and Veneta. Those all getting ready to auction off here in just a few minutes. Let's take a closer look at where we're going to be first. These will be in order. We'll start with Lot 1, which will be in Afton. That is the 4-bedroom, 3-bath lake house, just shy of 2,500 square feet, built in 1977. Almost a half acre that's sitting on, and as you can see, it's just right there on the water. It's on the north side of Grand Lake, right in the heart, on the central north side there. Very pretty property. Grand Lake is a very big lake. In fact, it's the biggest in Oklahoma. There are a lot of wonderful homes up there. I've been up there many, many times. As you can see, you've got a huge, beautiful balcony off the back there overlooking the water. 2-slip boat dock. Stunning views of Grand Lake there. And if I remember correctly, the map, if you're a pilot, there's a little airstrip right next to it there. Grand Lake Regional Airport you can zip right into. So that would be an easy in and out for you for a weekend. Lot 2 is going to be in Veneta. Back up to my photos here. Veneta, easy shot to get to off of I-44 from Tulsa. It's probably about a good solid hour drive, I guess, up that way. You can see here, this is another lakefront property. It is a 0.43 acre lot, just minutes from Ketchum. It is a paved country road out that way, so it's easy access there. And that one, again, I think that one's on the north side as well. It's a little farther west of where this Afton property is. It's right down in this area. So again, you come up on I-44 and just drop down there and get to that pretty easy when you're on the north side of Grand Lake. Lot 3, we're going to head to the south side of Tulsa, over to Bixby, just right outside of downtown. We've got a little house we'll auction off at 703 South Riverview Drive, 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath house, 2,956 square feet, built in 1966. A little bit of land with you there, over 2.5 acres for Lot 3. Speaking of land, Highway 64 in Mingo, right over this way. As you're heading towards Haskell, we've got 3.86 acres of commercial land. Got 600 feet of frontage there on US 64. Speaking of commercial property after that, we're heading down to Muskogee. We've got an old bank building. I think it was used as a payment center for Oklahoma Natural Gas or PSO. One of them, they had an office there. Get back to my page here. We'll flip through that. It's going to be 500 Court Street. That is right in the heart of downtown Muskogee. Over 8,800 square feet on it. Built in 1960. It is ready for some renovations for you to kind of outfit for whatever you need it for. And that's all coming up here in just a few minutes. Tony Langdon and the crew on site at a ballroom auction for us. I believe they're at the Hampton Inn, is that right? Yeah, right there on Memorial as you're heading into Bixby.
You can go to the video.
And that is coming up momentarily. Real quick here, we'll take a look at some of the land that's being auctioned off. This is going to be buyer's choice, which we'll talk about in just a second, but lot 6, that will be auctioned off first by itself. That's the biggest lot in the grouping of property we have down there in Bixby. Lot 6 is 44.28 acres. It's got a shop on a concrete slab over there. It's got 5 overhead doors, studio apartment, all ready for finishing out. Again, that's going to be auctioned off by itself. And then lots 7 through 12. Something also to keep in mind if you're online with us and placing bids. It may get a little confusing, but as you can see, lot 7 will be associated with section 1 on the map there, and you can see it highlighted how that is, and it goes on to lot 8. It's going to be section 2. So little box, if you're the high bidder online, you're going to be able to pick and choose between any combination, and it's also going to be sold by the acre. So we're going to take just a second to kind of explain buyer's choice. It's a very easy process. We use it a lot when we're dealing with large numbers of land and parcels of land and a lot of acreage. So something we use all the time. Tony will explain that before we get into that auction as well. So we'll take a minute to see an explainer video.
You're watching Auction Network.
All right, a little explanation of buyer's choice there. Again, that is a very easy process. This is going to be buyer's choice by the acre. So there's going to be a high dollar amount that's received by anybody online or on site. And whatever properties you're picking, that high dollar is going to be multiplied by the number of acres associated with that particular lot. So again, if there's a high bid of, let's just randomly say $1,000 for the sake of easy math for me, and you pick lot 8, parcel 2, 3.94 acres. They're going to multiply 1,000 times 3.94 acres. So that's how that'll be. And if you pick multiple lots, then you'll be able to do the math on that as well. So it's very simple. Again, Tony will explain that again once we get going here. We do have a real quick shot, as you can see from the aerials. Again, lot 6 will be by itself, and then we'll run through all the properties there for buyer's choice. We do have a live shot from the scene out there in the ballroom. Looks like Tony Lanon's getting ready to start the terms and conditions here momentarily. He's just reading over some final notes. We do have several people on site that are ready to bid. And then we've got people that will be bidding both online and on site in that ballroom. Ballroom auctions are a lot of fun. You gather everybody into one place and get them going. That's Cindy Swearinger, one of our Williams & Williams employees here, helping to handle everything out there. We always have multiple people on site just to make sure everybody's on the same page, and there's plenty of help for everybody to get involved. Again, we've got 12 lots here we're auctioning off today in Northeast Oklahoma. 95 total properties today across the, 95 properties across the country that we will be auctioning off for the month of June. Those are all listed on our website right now under Auction Network .com under the upcoming auctions part of our webpage here. Aside from these 12 today, I'm looking ahead to next week. We've got two different catalogs for next week. A group of 29 properties and a group of 10 properties. You can see the first catalog here of 29 properties. We're in Alabama, Arkansas, California, Florida, Missouri, Mississippi, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. And then this second grouping, we're going to be back in Alabama, Indiana. Louisiana joins us for that. Back to Missouri, properties again in Pennsylvania and Tennessee as well. So two different groups there. Live online only, so those are just for our members here at Auction Network. You just have to be a registered member. You can do that by signing in up in the top right-hand corner of the account if you're getting ready, web page, excuse me. And then anybody that's already logged in and registered, they'll be able to bid against folks online only. On location's a little bit different. We have people on site that bid against people online. We've got an auctioneer on site. The online onlys run for typically a few days, 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 days. Kind of depends on how they set it up in the sales department. And then live online, so we have an auctioneer on site, and that happens within minutes. Does look like Tony's starting his terms and conditions right now. Let's take a listen in. Good luck and good bidding.
Welcome you to the auction today. We certainly can't do these without you. We do appreciate your participation. We are also broadcast live over the internet through the auction network, so we'd like to welcome all of those that have joined us online. We do appreciate your participation also. As I said, we cannot do these without you. We certainly appreciate the time and effort that you've taken to be with us today for the auction. We've got a great group of properties to offer to you today throughout Bixby, Stone Bluff, Bonita, Afton, and Muskogee. And I'm going to get to those in a moment. Before we do that, it is necessary that I go through our terms and conditions. They are the rules and regulations that we utilize, not only the auction that you see today, but all the auctions that we do nationwide. Before we begin here, for those of you that have joined us on site, if you have intend on bidding on the property today and you've not completed a registration application and received a bidder's number, it is necessary that you do so. And if you've not already done that, we can accommodate you quickly. But it is imperative that you have completed your registration application and received a bidder's number in order to bid on the property today. So for those of you here on site and online, those of you online, you'll be participating in accordance to the same terms and conditions that those have joined us on site. So I'm going to hit some of the highlights of those terms and conditions, and you can follow along on the back of the handout that you've received if you'd like. Most importantly, the properties that we'll be selling at auction today will be selling as is. As is means you're buying these properties in their present or current condition. So you're going to get everything good about them. In turn, if they have any faults, you'll get those also. So as a prospective buyer, it's necessary that not only have you physically inspected the property, but through your own research, you've gathered as much information about these properties as you possibly can, because as you can see from the handout you received, we're still somewhat limited on the amount of information that we actually have available to be able to provide you. Now, in just a few minutes, we're going to have a live auction. You're going to be able to bid your price on the property today. When we sell property at auction as is, it's going to differ slightly from what you're probably accustomed to with a traditional or conventional real estate transaction. When we sell property at auction as is, there are no contingencies related to financing or your ability to be financed. Post-sale inspections or appraisals can be done, but they do not alter the outcome of the auction, so you're still bound to the transaction. And we use an as-is auction contract at the conclusion of the auction today, so there's no option period to be able to back out of the transaction, which is probably something you may be accustomed to in a conventional or traditional transaction. Today, there will be a buyer's premium added to the high bid price, so that's high bid at auction plus 5%. Now, there are some minimums, and I'll give you those as we sell each of those properties, because they do differ from property to property in regards to those minimums. When you execute the contract today, that is a non-assignable contract, which means all the parties to be included on the contract today must be present. If you intend on adding someone to the contract that's not here with you today, it is necessary that you have a power of attorney in hand in order to do so. Now, the names, the entities, the parties that appears on the contract today, that must match what appears on the deed. So thus the term non-assignable. The taxes for the current year, they'll be prorated between you as the buyer and the seller, which is customary in any real estate transaction. Any back taxes, liens, they'll all be satisfied by the seller's proceeds. So you're going to move forward clean on these properties after you close here today. Title company has been pre-selected. They'll also be the provider of the title insurance. So for all practical purposes, we pretty much eliminated all the negotiation out of this transaction. We got a definitive sell date, definitive closing dates. The title company is pre-selected. They also provide the title insurance. So for all practical purposes, the only negotiation today will be the actual auction itself, which is public and transparent. We're selling the property today with seller confirmation, so they have the option to accept or reject the bid. But we got a very, very motivated seller on all of the properties here today. One seller for all the properties that we're selling throughout Oklahoma today. So bid with confidence. They're very, very motivated to sell. So as I said, bid with confidence that you will be getting these properties today. Before we get underway, there's a few announcements that I do need to. There's some staff members here with Williams & Williams. They're here to help you. If you have any questions whatsoever, maybe that we're uncertain on as an auction staff here, those out of the office, they're here and available to assist you with that. Cindy Swearingen is right here. Marcus Sippy is at the back. Montana is actually on the telephone back here. And then Delvin Helderman will be assisting with the auction. He is actually on the telephone with the auction network right now. So they're manning the computers at the auction network. So if they receive a bid online, they'll relay that to Delvin by phone. He'll in turn inject that bid directly into the auction in real time. So we got active online bidding, and then you as a bidding audience here, it's all simultaneous. There is a technology fee that will be added to the high bid price on everything. That's a $199 technology fee, and as the seller will be responsible for the survey, you as a buyer will be responsible for the owner title insurance policy at closing. In regards to personal property, if you can pick it up, push it, pull it, or drag it, it's not included in the auction. So we're selling the real estate only. Personal property will not be included in the auction today. However, if it does exist after closing, it will become your responsibility to deal with it at that time. In regards to the square footages and acreages, those have been from public records. So, there may be a slight difference. In regards to zoning, obviously these properties are zoned as they are now. If you change the usage, you could be responsible for any rollback taxes there that may occur. That would become a buyer's expense. So please keep that in mind in regards to your intention in regards to the properties that you're going to purchase here today. We're going to sell lots 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They'll sell in a lump sum amount. And those are the ones that are first listed on there with the photographs. When you get down to the Stone Bluff property, there's seven parcels there. We're going to change that up a little bit. We'll sell that buyer's choice. And I'm not going to explain that now. I'll explain it when we get to that. But we'll sell the Stone Bluff properties in an acreage amount and buyer's choice. But the other ones we'll be selling in a lump sum amount. We'll start with Afton. We'll go to Veneta, the one on Bixby, and then the other one on Bixby on Highway 64 in Mingo. That will sell as lot number 4. Then we'll go to lot number 5, which is Muskogee. So that's going to be the order in which we conduct the auction today. So we'll start, as I said, with the one on Afton. That will be the very first property that we will be available to sell. Now, before we get underway, does anyone have any questions whatsoever? These are big transactions today, and so we want everybody on the same page. If maybe I've not covered something or that you're unclear on the topic, please feel free to ask, and let's see if we can clear that up. Now, everything but the buyer's choice. I'll explain that when we get to it later. Any questions? Everybody's good? Smartest people are in Oklahoma, I guess, huh? All right. How many of you have been to an auction of any kind? Just a show of hands. That's all you got to do if you want to bid. Just simply raise your hand, raise your bidder's card. Now, with that many hands up, I think I've got some auction pros out here. So if you prefer to be a little more discreet in regards to bidding, if you want to wink or blink or nod, we'll be able to tell that you're trying to bid on the property, and we'll continue the auction process. Between Delvin and I, we've got about 100 years of auction experience. He's got about 80 of them. And, so we'll just continue that, right? We'll just continue the auction process as we go through. Now, this does go very quickly now. I mean, we're going to tell you about the property, and then once we start the auction, it escalates very, very quickly. So once again, before we get underway, does anyone have any questions whatsoever before we begin? Any questions? All right. Okay. Let's get into the property. As I said, we're going to start with the one in Afton. That'll be the very first property that we offer for sale today. This particular property located at 55,871 East 303 or 303rd Road in Afton is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's about just a little short of 2,500 feet. It's right there on the lake. It was built in 1977. That also includes the 2-boat slip. So there's a lot of great things going on with this property in Afton. On this particular property, you know, we got a 5% buyer's premium with a minimum of $10,000. So lots 1 through 5, the ones that you see photographed there that we're going to be selling in a lump sum amount, they all have a minimum buyer's premium of $10,000 with the exception of the one in Bonita. The one in Bonita has a lesser minimum buyer's premium of $6,250. So I'm not going to repeat myself over and over in regards to that minimum buyer's premium. But once again, lots 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the ones that are pictured there that we're selling in a lump sum amount, will all have a 5% buyer's premium with a minimum buyer's premium of $10,000, except for Bonita, and it has a minimum buyer's premium of $6,250. Now, when we execute the contract today, there'll be a 10% 10% deposit. So please keep that in mind. That's by cash or check. If you do have a check, we do like to ask that you have some type of proof of funds in regards to that personal or business check. But 10% deposit will be made today, and that is non-refundable if you fail to close. So we trust that everyone has the proper method of payment in hand, that you are prepared to and able to close on these properties if you bid today. As you are in agreement with our terms and conditions, then we'll start the auction with lot number 1. Once again, this is going to be Afton, 55,871 East 303rd Road in Afton, Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, have an opening bid of 100, 200,000, 100,000, 200,000, 34, at 300,000, 400, 400,000, 300,000, 400,000.
Oh, wait, folks.
400,000, 600, at 500.
Got 5 here.
600,000, 600,000, at 5 here, 600,000, 700,000, 700,000,
800.
800,000, 800,000, here we go. At 700,000, 800,000, give me 50 then. At 700,000,
750.
750,000, 750,000, at 700,000,
750.
750, here we go. At 700,000, 750, at 700,000, look like you're going to do it. At 700,000, 700,000 here, give me 7 quarter. At 700,000, 25, 700, give me 20, 725, 700,000,
725.
725, who give it? That's 700,000, 725, a lot of property for the money. At 700,000,
725.
725, last call now. At 700,
We're asking 725. I got you at 700.
That's 700.
I have you at 700. I got you at 700.
725. That's 700,000 here, 25 there, 725, 720, 25. And that's 700,000 dollars, 25, 20, 725, you're in. That's 700,000 dollars, 25, 725, 720, 725, 700,000 dollars, 25. We're on the phone, 700,
710.
710, that's 710, 710, 710, 710, that's 710,000 dollars, 25,000 dollars, 725, that's 710, give me 20 then, 710,
720. We're not done, guys.
20, got 710,000 on the phone, 720,000 to advance. Get in if you want in, now's the time. $700,000, 20, 25. Get the boat slip right on the lake at 720, 720, at 710, $720,000. Last call now. Get in if you want it at 710, 720, 710, 20. Anyone else? Through and done. We're on the phone. 710, 20, now 30. 720, 30, 720, 30, 720, 30. Come on the phone. At 720, 30, 30, 30, 730. At 720, 30, 30, fun. And he's out. Gotta be 30. At 720, 30, 730,000 if you want to get in. At 720, 30. Here it goes. Last call. 720, 30, 720, 30, 720, 30,000 dollars.
725.
40. At 730, 40, 730, 40, 730, 40, 740,000. At 730, 40, 30, 40, auction network, you're out. Gotta be 740, 730, 40, 730, 740,000 dollars. 730, 40, 730, 740. At 730 here, give me 40 there. 730, 40, 40, 40, 730, 40. What do you want to do, auction network? You're out. 730, 40, 730, 740, 730, 40, 40.
Cotter's out.
Who is it?
Cotter.
Cotter, you're out. 740,000. Don't let it get away. I'm about to close it out. 730, 740. Selling with seller confirmation. Here it goes. 730, 740, 730, 40, 730, 40, 45. I got 25 in the back. See if they'll get 30. 725. I put them in at 30, but they were 25. 725 is bid in the house. Online.
Cotter's out.
100.
Cotter.
Cotter, you're out.
730.
730. Got 725 on the phone here on the site. 730,000 to advance it. Get in if you want in. Now's the time. Tomorrow's going to be too late. Come on. 725, 730. Last call. Good and done. Here it goes. Close it out back here on the telephone. It's $725,000. 725,000. All right. We're going to get this. We're going to come out every time that we sell one. We have a little buyer's acknowledgement. We'll bring that out to you for your signature, acknowledging that you're purchasing the property in accordance to the terms and conditions. All right. Let's go to lot number 2. This is Veneta. This property is just a little under a half an acre. It's a lakefront lot. It's located just minutes from Ketchum. It's on a paved country road with easy access to Grand Lake. There's 100 feet of dockable road frontage on the Ketchum Cove and 50 feet of paved road frontage between Hammerhead Marina and the city of Ketchum. So this is the one that has the minimum buyer's premium of $6,250, a 5% buyer's premium or a minimum of $6,250. The other ones are $10,000. All right. This is South 4475 Road in Veneta, Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, 25, 30, 25, 25, 25, 25, $35 here, $40 35, 40, 40, 11, 40,000. $35,000, $40,000, $35, $40,000. Lake front lot, 35, 40, and $35,000, 40, 35, 40, 30, 40. Last call, here it goes. 35, 40, 40, 50. At 45, 45, now 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, at $45,000, $50,000, $50,000, 45, 50. Last call, put it down, 50. $50,000, $50,000, $50,000, 45 pound, 50. You want in? At $45,000, $50,000, 45, $50,000, 45, 50. Now 5. At $50,000, 5, 50, 5, 50, 5, 50, 5, 50, 55. $50,000, 5, 50, 55, 55,000. At $50,000, 5, $50,000, get $55,000, 52 there. At $50,000, 52,000, $52,000, 52. You're on the back. 52,000, 52, no 5, 52, $55,000. You're out of line. At $52,000, get $55,000, 55. Auction network, you're out. I've got it here on site. 52, 55, 52,000. $1,000, $55,000, $52, $55,000, $52, $55, 57, $55,000, 57. Go Sooners! Go Sooners! Go Sooners! 55, 57, and 55, 57, 57. Go Sooners! Come on! 55, 57, and 55.
56.
Oh, I never thought of it, but I'll take anything short of a cussing right now. 56,000, 57. I hate to even say Sooners because I live in Texas. 56, 57, and 56, 57. He gave you the horse down. 56, 57, 7, now 8, 57, 8, now 9, 58, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 58, 9, 59,000, and 58, 59, 59, yes or no? At 58, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 60, $60,000, 60,000, 59, $60,000, 60, 59, 60, 60, 62. You want to do it? At $60,000, 60,000, yes or no? At 59 and 60, 59 and 60, 59 and $60,000, 60. What about it? 60,000. We'll give you one more chop. 60,000. They tell me a wise man changes his mind every once in a while. You going to be that guy today? Come on, give me 60,000. What do you say? 60,000. You come this far, I'm just trying to scoot you across the finish line. 60,000. 60,000. Last and final call. 60,000. You want to do it? 59.60. 59.60. Last and final call. Close it out on the auction network at $59,000. $59,000.
5018.
5018 will be the buyer on that one. That is subject to seller confirmation. All right. Let's move to lot number 3. Lot number 3 is going to be 703 south of Riverview Drive in Bixby. This is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath home, nearly 3,000 feet. It was built in 1966 on a little over 2.5 acres. It also includes a small 500 square foot pump house. It'd be great for an Airbnb. You can read just as well as I can. This is going to be 703 South of Riverside Drive in Bixby, Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, have an open bid 100, 200, $100,000 get eliminated 200, $200,000 get eliminated 100, 200, at $100,000, $100,000 get eliminated 200,000 get eliminated 200. $100,000 get eliminated 150, $150,000, $150,000, $100,000 $150,000 get eliminated 150. Who'll give it? $100,000 $150, $100,000 get eliminated 150, $150,000. $100 here, $150 there, $150,000. $150,000, $100,000 $150,000, $50, 25, 50, 50, now 75, 150, 175, 150, 175, 150, 75, 75, $175,000, 175. Last call, 60, 75. At 160, 75, 160, 75, 175, you're in the back. At 160, 60, 175, auction network, you're out. 175, $175,000, 175, you want in? 160, 75, 75, 75, 170 there, $160,000, 70,000, $160,000, $70,000, $70,000. We're way less than $100 per square foot on this. I can't hardly believe this is where we're going to stop on this one. $160,000 is bid on site. Auction Network, everybody join us there. You're out at this time. $160,000's bid, $170,000 to Advanced Auction Network. Get in if you want in. $160, $170, gotta be worth way more. $160, $170, who'll do it? $170, I thought so. Now $180 back there. $180, $180. It's just like Checkers. It's your booth. $180, $180,000. $170, $180, $170, $80. $170, $180, $180,000, $180, $170, $180. Auction Network, we're about to come to you. Got $170,000 with you on the Auction Network, $180,000 to Advances here on site. $170, $180. Tell you what, sir, I'll help if you will. Give me $175,000 one time. I need your help. Give me $175,000. Tell you what, I think she wants it, and if you don't get it, it's going to be a long ride home. It's either going to be really quiet in that car or really loud. I just don't know which one. 175, 175, 175.
172 fine.
Never thought of that here again. 172, 175.
35.
175. You're out of line. 175. Just a little more. Don't miss it for that. 172's bid on site. He's trying to save his marriage. 175. 172, 175. I'm just trying to keep everybody together here. When I'm not an auctioneer, I'm like a family marriage guy. 175, I thought so. Now 177,000. 177,000. 177,000. She still wants it. She doesn't want it any less. Come on, get in. 177,000. You get to be the hero today. 177,000. 175, 177. Yes or no, sir? Waiting on you. 177,000. Got the calculator out. 175, 177, 177. I'll give you a chance. 177. Sure you will. 77. Now 180,000.
180.
180 Auction Network. 180,000. 177's bid here on site. Take 180,000 to do it. 180,000. Hop in right now. This will be your last chance. 180. Yes or no?
Ah!
I thought so. Now 185. What about 182? What about 181? What about 180 and 500? Huh? Just trying to help you. All right? You may get to take that walk. You may get to take that walk. 180, 182, 180, 182. Maybe a sheriff showing up at your place one day with some paperwork. 182. What do you say? 180, 182. Get in if you want in. You want to try one more time? 182,000. You sure? You done? You through? You mad? I'm just checking. All right. Let's close it out on the Auction Network at $180,000. 180,000. That's going to be bidder number
5018.
5018. All right. Okay, let's go to track number 4. Track number 4, this is also going to be in Bixby. This is commercial land, nearly 4 acres with 600 feet of frontage on US 64 at Memorial Drive. Property has a preliminary PUD allowing for mini stores, multifamily, so a lot of different zoning that can take a lot of different commercial entities that can take part on this particular property that's almost 4 acres. Almost 4 acres. This is located at Highway 64 and Mingo, or Memorial Drive in Bixby. Ladies and gentlemen, selling in a lump sum amount once again. Have a buy 100, £100, 200, £100, 100 pounds, $150, 150, who'll do it? 75, give me 100. That's 75,000. 100,000. That's 75 here, 100 there, 100 pounds. You want in 100. That's 75, 100 pounds, 75, 100. 100, here it goes. At 75, 100,000, 125, 25, 50, 125, 50, 50, 150,000, at 125, 50, 125, 50, 150,000, 150, 125, 50, 50, here it goes. Last call. 50, now 75, 150, 75. 150, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75. What about 160? One time. 150, 160, 150, 160, 60, 70, 160, 70, $170,000, 170,000. You're out. Here it goes. At 160, 170,000. You want it? Yes or no? 170. Last call. Put it done. 160, 170, 60, 70, 160, 170, 170. I tell you, 165. One time. What do you say? Now 170. 165, 70, 165, 170,000, 70, auction network. We've got $165,000 on site for the property at Bixby, located at the Highway 64 at Mingo. Hop in if you want it at 170. Got 165 on site, $170,000 auction network, 165, 170, 165, 70. This will be your last and final chance. Get in if you want it. 170,000. What do you say? Yes or no? 165, 170,000. Anyone else? Close out here and congratulations, $160,000. And that's going to be
165.
165. That's right.
418.
165. Better number. 418.
Not what I
418. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to lot number 5. This is going to be 500 Court Street in Muskogee. This particular property is almost 9,000 square feet. It's Art Deco building that was built in 1960. It's in downtown Muskogee. Previously, it was a bank. Many of you probably Muskogee, or many of you have probably already made utility payments there in the past. It needs a little renovation, so carry forward in the future. The basement has ductwork and potential for additional office space and storage. All right. So this is the property at Muskogee, 500 Court Street. The restaurant, okay, there's a special note here. The restaurant items and tables are negotiable on those particular things. Otherwise, personal property is not selling with the property. It's not selling, but it is negotiable if you are the high bidder here today, and that price is accepted. All right. Here we go. 50, 75, $50,000, 75, 75,000, 50,000, 75, 75, 75, who'll do that? At 50 here, 75, 50, 75, 50, 75, 50, 75, anyone. At $50,000, 75, 75, 75, 60. I'll do that. 50, 60. At $50,000, 60, 50,000, 60, 50,000, 65, 50, 60. You'll do it. At 50 here, 60 there, 50,000, 60,000, 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. At $50,000, 60,000. Go Sooners. 50,000, 60,000, 50, 60. At 50,000 here, 60 there, 50,000, 60, 50, 60, 50. Go get 50 there. At $50,000, 50, 50, 50. $50,000, 35, 50. At $35,000, 50,000, 35, 50, 35, 50, 50,000, $35,000, 50. I can't believe it. Almost a 9,000 square foot building. Almost a 9 in downtown. 35, 50. At $35,000, 50,000, 35 here, 50 there, 35, 50, 50,000. $35,000, 50, 35, 50. 35, 35, 50, 37, 40, 37, 40, 40, 50, 40, 45, $40,000, 45,000, 45,000, 42, then 40, 42. At $40,000, 42,000, 42,000, 42,000, 41, 41, 1, 2, 41. Cut it thin back there. 41, 42, 41, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 42,000. $41,000 to $42,000, give me liberty, 41 to 42, divide liberty, 42,000, you're out. At 41 here, to that liberty, $41,000, give me liberty, $42,000, give me liberty, 41, liberty, to liberty, 42, 41, 42, 41, 42, yes or no? 41,000, 42,000. Auction Network, you're out. I've got $41,000 bid on site, 42,000 to advance.
Yeah.
42, now 43, 42, 43, 42, 43,
43.
42, 43, 43. Honey, I'm not going to buy you a house, but I'm going to get you an office building. Give me 43. 42, 43, 45, 45,000, 45,000, 44,000, 45,000, 45,000, 44, 45, 44, 45, 45. Put your own 45. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now 47, 47, 45, 47, 45,000, 47,000, 46, 7, 46, 7, 46, 7. We're doing it a little at a time here. 47,000. It's like half, way less than half of what I thought he was going to bring. 47,000. 46, 47, 47, 47, 47. Is that a yes? 47. Now 48. 48,000. Come on, do it quick. 48. 48, sir. 48,000. 48. Now 50. 50,000. Be the first one there. 50,000. It's easier to calculate that buyer's premium, that down payment that way. 50. 50. Yes or no? 50,000. You want to do it? 50. Here it goes. 950. We come back to you at 50. 50. You be the one to get there. 50,000. 50,000. Now 52,000. 52,000. 51,000. You sure this time? Thank you for what you did, dude. Let's close it out here. $50,000. $50,000, and that's going to be bidder number
424.
424 at $50,000 on 500 Court Street. 424, you said?
424.
All right. Okay. Now we're going to get into the property here at Stonebluff. So let me explain. We're going to change gears here just a little bit. We've been selling in a lump sum amount. We're going to sell the property in Stonebluff in an acreage amount. We're going to sell it by the acre. And then once you identify the property, we're going to multiply that times the number of acres in that tract. All right, we're going to sell it buyer's choice. Buyer's choice is sometimes called high bidder's choice. So let me explain that. It means exactly what it says. If you're the first high bidder, you get to choose. So just consider all of those tracts let's put them all in a bowl for a minute. We got tracts 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's put them in a bowl. Just think they're in a bowl. If you're the first high bidder, you get to take any property out of that bowl, or you can take 2, you can take 3, or you can take them all at that amount times the number of acres in each tract that you select. If that first high bidder takes anything less than all of them, then we'll just start it over again, and we'll continue that process every time, okay? Everybody understand buyer's choice. You get to choose. You look like you have a question. Okay, go ahead, shoot it. Okay. That's just the way kids are sometimes. You need to be back in school. All right. All right. What's your question, sir?
So the high bidder, based on the number of acres, gets to choose whichever they want, based whatever their pricing.
Let's just for all fun let's just say $1,000. Okay, that's your high bid on an acre, and it's got 5 acres in it, which we don't have any like that. So that'd be $1,000 per acre times the 5 acres. So that would be a $5,000 purchase plus the buyer. Okay. Now you can choose any tract, or you can take as many tracts as you want. So if there's 2 tracts that are joined and you want those 2 tracts, if you're the first high bidder, you just tell me those 2 numbers. Then we're going to take those 2 off the board, and then we'll go back and we'll do buyer's choice on the tracts that remain. Okay, and we'll continue this process until we have a value on every tract of land. Now, we're going to do tract number 6 first. We're going to do tract number 6 alone first because it's the largest parcel. That's the largest parcel there. So it's not quite like the others. The other ones are kind of like kinds. So we're going to do tract number 6 first. But before we do that, let me explain. There is a shared access driveway easement. It's a private road that runs in between tracts 1 and 2 to be able to access tract number 5. So there's going to be a private road maintenance agreement that will be issued to the buyers on tracts 1, 2, and 5. All parties will share in the maintenance on that road, both physically and financially. So there is a buyer's a private road maintenance agreement. So you have access to tract number 5 along the border in between tracts 1 and 2. That is a shared access private road driveway easement. Now, tracts 6 and 7, if we have 2 different buyers on 6 and 7, tract 7 will grant a driveway easement to be able to reach tract number 6 if we have 2 different buyers on those. Everybody understand that? It's not denoted in here, but if there is a different buyer for tract 6 and 7, though tract 7 will grant an easement, and there will be a dedicated easement that will go through the edge of tract 7 so that tract 6 is accessible. Now, if we have the same buyer on tract 6 and 7, that easement's not necessary. Yes, sir.
That easement would be done before.
Yes, sir. It will be included at closing. It will be a deeded access easement. So now, if someone purchases both 6 and 7, it's unnecessary. But tract 6 at this juncture is landlocked unless it is an adjoining landowner over here or the tract 7. Okay, everybody clear on that? So we're gonna sell tract 6 first. We're gonna do it first, and then we're gonna go buyer's choice on tracts 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Okay, everybody got it? So we're doing tract 6 first. Tract 6 first, buy the acre. Buy the acre. Then we're going to multiply it times 44.28 to get a lump sum amount. Everybody got that? Buy the acre. Then we'll multiply it times 44.28 acres to get a lump sum amount. Now there is a shop on there. It's a 60 by 200 shop with a concrete slab. It's got overhead doors, 5 overhead doors on it. So a nice little shop there on that 44 acres. All right. This is tract number 6 in Stone Bluff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're selling it by the acre. Tract number 6 only. Tract number 6 only. Have a mind of 25, 3,000. At 2,500, 3,000, 3,000, 25, 3,000, 3,000, who give it 3,000. At 2,500, I'll get 3,000. 25, 3,000, I'll get into 20, 3,000. At 2,500, I'll get into 3,000. Anybody in 25 here, give me 3,000, 3,000, I'll get into 3,000, 3,000. Here it goes. At 2,500, I'll get into 3,000, I'll get into 3,000, 25, 3,000, I'll get into 3,000. Last call, done, who will give it into 3. At 2,500 and 3,000, I'll get into
3,000 tonight. 2,500.
3. I'll get into 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 5 then. And 3 now, 5, 5, 5, now 4, 4,000, I'll get into 4,000. 35 into 4, 35 into 4,000, I'll get into 35 here, give me 4 there, 4,000, I'll get into 4,000. 3,500 and 4,000, 35 and 4,000, 35 and 4,000. Last call, two and done. 35 into 4. At 35 and 4,000, I'll get into 4,000, 35 into 4,000, I'll get into 4. Give me 37. At 35, 37, 7, 4, 37 into 4,000. 37 into 4,000, on into 4,000, 37 into 4,000, 37 into 4,000, into 4. 37 into 4,000, I'll get into 4,000. Who will give it into 4,000? 44 acres and a shop. 35. 37, 4,000, 37 into 4, and 37 into 4,000, I'll get into 37 into 4,000, I'll get into 4. Auction Network, we've got $3,700 bid on site, takes 4,000 to advance. 4,000 per acre, and then we're going to multiply that times 44.28 acres to get a lump sum amount. Just 3,700 bid now, 4,000. 4,000, who'll do it? 37 4. At 37, the 4 time dog, the 37, the 4 time dog, the 4 and 2. At 4 time 42, 4 and 42 time dog, the 4200. At 4,000 dollars and 42, 14, 44, 42, 42, 42. 4,000 dollars in 18, 1, 2, 1 and 2, 41 and 1 and 42. 41 and 2, 2, 1 and 42, 4200. 4200 dollars in 42, 42, 42. Here we go. At 14, 4,042. At 4,000 dollars and 4,200 dollars and 4 and 2. You're gonna be one time. What do you say? 4,000 dollars in 41. 4,000 dollars in 41. Probably can't even build the shop for that. At 4,000 dollars and 41. 4,000 dollars in 41 and 41. 1, 2. At 41 and 1 and 2 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 and 1 and 2. At 41 and 2. Got one in, one out on Auction Network. 41, 42. 41 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4,200, 4,100 and 4,200, 41 and 2, 2, 3, and 42, 43, 2, 3, 42, 3, 3, 4, 40, 44, 40, 44, 4,400 dollars, 44, good, 44, yes and no, 44, give me 3, 42, 43, 42, 43, one's in, one's out, Auction Network, what are you gonna do? 42, 43, 42, 43, 42, 43, last call, done, 42, 43, 42, 73, 3, 73, you wanna do it? 42, 43, 42 on the Auction Network, 43, this will be your last and final call. 42, 43, anybody else? 42, 43. Close out lot number 6 at $4,200 per acre on the Auction Network. That's going to be
5018.
5018. 5018, the high bidder. That is one seller confirmation. All right. Now we're going to get into the buyer's choice.
Just a second, he's got to restart his computer.
Okay. We're going to get into buyer's choice now. So we got 6 lots. Parcel 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. What would have been tract 3 has been previously sold. So we're dealing with those 6 parcels right there. Now, each one of these have a different minimum buyer's premium. Parcel 1 is $2,500. I'm going to write these down if it interests you. Parcel 1 is $2,500 minimum buyer's premium. Parcel 2 is $3,750. Parcel 4 is $5,000. Parcel 5 and 8, both of those are $10,000. And then parcel 7 is $5,000. Those are your minimum buyer's premiums. Okay, so it's 5% with a minimum that we just discussed. All right. Now, I already told you about the private road maintenance agreement. That runs in between tracks 1 and 2 to have accessibility to track 5. There will also be a private road maintenance agreement and a deeded access easement if we have a different buyer on track 6 and 7. So our high bid on track 6 was online with the Auction Network. That was high bidder number 5018. So unless they buy track 7, they will get a deeded easement from whoever is the buyer on 7. So with that being said, 5018, I don't know your name, but you need to be the buyer on 7. So we're going to do this buyer's choice. So the first high bidder is going to get to choose. You can take any track randomly. They do not have to be in any order. You can take any combination of tracks, or you can take all 6 of them at that acreage amount. And then we're going to, whichever track that you select or parcel that you select, we're going to multiply that times the number of acres in that tract, get a lump sum amount. Any questions on the buyer's choice? This sometimes can be confusing. We want to eliminate all that confusion before we begin. Any questions whatsoever? All right. Buyer's choice, first high bidder gets to choose from all 6 tracks. Everything's available with the exception of track number 6 at this time. All right, 25, 3,000. At 25, 3,000. 3,000. 3,000. 3,000. Here it goes. At 2,500, I'll give you 3,000. 3,000. 35. At 3,500, I'll give you 3,500. I'll give you 35. 3,000 on the 35. 3,500. 3,500. I'll give you 3,500. At 3,000, I'll give you 3,500. I'll give you 3,500. 35. 4,000. At 3,500 and 4,000. 3,500 and 4,000. I'll give you 3,500. 4,000.
35 here.
4. At 3,500 and 4,000. I'll give you 3,500. Any parcel, any combination of parcels. You can take as many as you want.
4,000.
If you take all of them, this portion of the auction's over. If you take them all. 35, 4, 35, 35, I help. 37. I know that's what you want to do. 37, 35, 37. Quickly, do it quick. 35, 37. Here it goes. I'm going to close it out. 35, 37. Now 4, 4,000.
4,000.
4,000. 37, 4. 37, 8, 4, 30, 4, 4, to 2. You bid right here, 42. 4,000. Is that you? 4 to 42. And 4,000 to 42. 4,000 to 4,200. And 4,000 to 43, 45, 43, 45, 43, 45, $100, 4,500, 43, 45,
46.
6, 7, 47, 7, 8. At 47, 8, 47, 8, 47, 8, 47, 8, 48, 5, 5,000, 5,000, 4,900, 5,000, 52, 55, 52, 55, 35, 53, 55, 53, 55, 53, 55, 53, 55, 55, $100, 55. Last call, 55,
55 online.
55, 7, 7, 8, 57, 58, 57, 58, 58, 57, 58, 57, 8, now 6,000, 57, 6 to 2, that's $6,000 and 2. What if he takes them all? What if he takes the one track that you came here for? Now's the time. Now's the time. Be the first guy bidder. 2, 62, 65, 3, now 5, 65, 65, 65, 65. Ma'am, you're out. 65, 63, 5, 65, 65. Here it goes. 65, 7, 67. That's 7, that's 7,000. 7,000. Your turn. At 67, 7,000. What do you want to do here? Give me 7, 67, 7,000, 7,000. Here it goes. 72. At 7,000, 72, 7,000. 2, 5. At 72, 75, 72, 75, 75. You get to choose. You get to choose. 75, 77, 75, 77. At 75, 77. Here we go. 75, 77. At 75, 77, 77. 77 now. 8,000, 82. 8,000 on the 2, 8,200. 8,000 on the 2, 25, 85, 82, 85, 85, $100. Just $85, 87. 85, 7, 85, 7, 9,000. I like your style. Now 5. $9,000, $9,000, 95. Give 95 or help me get 10,000 over here. What do you say? 95, 9,000, 2, 5, 95, 95, 95. Yes or no? 95. Now 7. One more time. Now 10. 10,000. Round it out. Even money. 10,000. 10,000. You want to do it? Now 5. 10, 5. 10, 5. $10,000 and 5, 10, 5. You get to choose. You take any track. You can take 2 tracks, 3, 4, 5, or you can take all 6. We're going to multiply your price times the number of acres and the tracks that you select. Got 10,000 here. She may take them all. If you came here just to buy one track, now's the time. 10, 5. Now 11,000. 11,000. Tell you what, I'm going to help because you've been with me all the way. Give me 10,700 one time. 10,700. 10,700. Yes. Now 11,000. 11,000. Yes. Now 11,002. 11,002. We'll do it a little at a time. 11,200. 11,002. 11,002. You better hope he takes everything but the tracks that you want. 11,200. You have control if you're the first one. You have control if you're the first one. You have no control if you're not. 11,200. You want to do it one more time? 11,200. I'll tell you what I'll do.
I got online.
I'll take 11,100 if you'll do that. That's the least I'm going to do. 11,100. 11,100. Yes or no? You want to do it? 11,100. 11,001. This will be the last and final call. Auction Network, we've got 11,000 bid on site. They're going to be able to take their choice of the 6 tracks that are available. 11,100. If anybody else wants to get in, selling it by the acre, selling confirmation, yes or no? 11,000, 11,100. Anybody else? Closing out right here at $11,000. You want to just take them all or a combination? No. You can take more than one track.
Number 4.
Seven and 1. 11,000. And that bidder number was
424.
24. All right. So 1 is off the board. 7 is off the board. So now we're going to do buyer's choice again. Got tracks 2, 4, 5, and 8. 2, 4, 5, and 8. So now when we took 7 off the board, that means that it's going to be a dedicated easement to be able to, for the buyer of track 6 to be able to access that. So you're going to have a dedicated easement with a private road maintenance agreement. Okay? All right. All right. We've got 4 tracks available. Tracks 2, 4, 5, and 8. So 1 and 7 and 6, which is up here, they're off the board. All right? So we got 2, 4, 5, and 8. Those are the ones that are available. Once again, buyer's choice 25, 3,000. At 3,000, I'll get into 35, 35, 3,500, I'll get into 35. 3,000, I'll get into 3,500, I'll get into 35, 35. 3,000, I'll get into 35, 35, 35, 4,000, I'll get into 4,000. 3,500, 4,000, I'll get into 4,000, I'll get into 35, 4,000, I'll get into 4,000. Here it goes. At 3,500 and 4,000, 4,000, 3,500, 4,000, 35, 4,000, $4,000 and 4,500, $45, 4,000 and 45, 4,000 and 40, 42, 45, 42, 25, 25, 40, 45. Did he take the ones you wanted? 42, 45, 42, 2, 25, 45, 7, 47, now 5. 47 and 5,000, I'll get into 5,000, anybody into 5,000. 47 and 5,000, anybody into 5,000. Here it goes, last call, done, 5, 2. 5,200, I'll get into 52, 5, 2, 52, 5,200, and $5,000, 52, and $5,000, I'll get into 52, 5, 2, 5,200, and $5,000, I'll get into 52. You want to tie track number 2 together, or either track number 8 together with what you bought, just get in at 5,200 one time. That's all you got to do. You tie them all together.
5,000. 5,200.
5,200. 5,200. Both of those have frontage on the main road. 52, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57. You want to tie them together? If you go ahead and you're the high bidder, you can take 2 and 8, and then you tie all that together, and you got all the road frontage. What do you say? 57. 57 and 55, 55, 7, 7 and 57. Yes or no? Grab the back. 55, 7, 7 and 55, down 7, 7 and 57. Now 6,000. 6,000. 6,000. You ready to get in? 6,000. 6,000. Here's the thing I don't understand. If you wanted 2 or 8 at 6,000, that's 5,000 less than where you were on the other. Average down. Just average down on your acreage. That's the easy way to get it. Cheapen up those other 2 by buying these 2. Come on. What do you say? 6,000. 6,000. 57, 6,000. Take 58 from you. 58. What do you say? 57, 58. 57, 5,800. 57, 58. 58, last and final call. Auction Network, we got 5,700 bid on site per acre on buyer's choice. 5,800. You want to do it? 58. 58. You're going to average down if you take those other two tracks. That'd be the easy thing to do. That's a logical thing to do. 58 if you want to do it. 57, 58. 57, 8. 57, 8. 58. I just noticed everybody sitting in the back must be a bunch of Baptists, huh? 57, 58. 58. Yes or no? 57, 58. We got it on site. You want in? 58. Last chance. 57, 8. If nothing else, I would get track 2. I'd certainly get track 2.
Difference.
What's the difference?
What's the difference on track 1 and track 2? Where
They're both. They both have road frontage on East 191st Street. If you got that easement going through there, you may as well go ahead and get it. That's going to put you together 1 and 2. That's going to give you almost 7 acres. Right there on road with the road frontage. Exactly. Yes or no? 58, 57, 58. You want to do it? 57, 8. I would if I were you. 57, 58. Somebody else is going to get it. You'll regret it. I see it happen all the time. You'll drive away from here and you'll kick yourself for not going ahead and doing it. That track number 2 is just short of 4 acres. Not a lot of money for 4 acres with road frontage right on 191st Street. You want to do it? 5,800. 5,800. That'll give you almost 7 acres if you take that track. What do you say? 58, yes or no? I know you want to do it. Only takes money. Never seen a hearse pulling a U-Haul, have you? You may as well spend it now. What do you say? 57, 58, yes or no? Anybody else? Ready? Let's close it out here. 5,700, 5,700. Is that not here? Right here?
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, 57.
What tracks you on? Next track 8.
Tract 8 at 5,700 per acre, and that's bidder number. That's okay. 423.
423.
Okay. Oh, that was a big track. You did well. All right. We've got tracks 2, 4, and 5. 2, 4, and 5. Obviously, once again, you're going to have a dedicated easement to get to 5. The only way that could be eliminated is if you bought them all together. But still, that easement's already there. That easement's already there. All right, here we go. Let's rack it up. Do it again. We've got tracks 2, 4, and 5. 2, 4, and 5. Those are the ones that are available at this time. 2, 4, and 5. Buyer's choice. We'll continue this process till we have have accomplished a price on each track. All right, 2, 4, and 5 available. 25, 3,000 at 25, 3,000, 3,500, 3,500 at 3,000, 3,500, 37, 4, 37, 4,000, 37, 37, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 2, 42, 4,000, 42, 4,200, 4,000, 42, 4 here, 2 there, 42, 42,000, 4,200, and 4,000, give me 42, 42, 42, 42, 4,000, give me 4,200, 42, 41, and 4,000, 41, 41, and 4,100, give me 41, 4,000, give me 4,100, give me 41, 4,000 here, give me 41 there, give me 41, and buy, give me 4,000, give me 41, 4,000 and 4,100, 41, 4,100, 4,100, 4,100. Still got road frontage on track 2. 4,100, 4,000 on it. Got 2, 4, and 5. 2, 4, and 5. 2, 4, and 5. 4,000. Yes or no? 4,000. 30, I got 42, 42, 1, 2, 41 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 1 2. 41 to be lovely 2 lovely 42 lovely 42 lovely 43 lovely 5 lovely 43 42 lovely 3 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 4 43 lovely 5 lovely 44 43 44 43 45 44 lovely 5 5 lovely 5 5 lovely 5 6 and 45 6 8 6 7 47 8 47 8 47 8 47 8 9 28 9 5 5 pound 5 pound here it goes at pound 2 pound 2 pound 2 pound 52 5 pound 2 you're gonna be 51 one time 5100 one time 5100 here it goes 5,000 51 you want to give it auction network you're out to 5100 51 yes or no 5,000's on site 51 through and done 51 51 you want to give it? I know you want to. You got that look on your face. 51. I've seen that look before. 51. 5,000. 51. 5 to 1 1 and 5 to 1 and 5 to 1. You won? Yes or no, sir?
Yeah.
I guess that meant no. That sounded like a no when all your breath went all out at one time. That sounded like certainly a no. Let's close it out the back. $5,000. $5,000. That's going to be a high bidder number. 422. All right. You want all three of those? 2 and 4. Oh boy, that's a good choice right there. 2 and 4 at 5,000. 2 and 4. All right. That leaves us one track. One track. And that's going to be one of the larger ones. That's going to be track 5. It's almost 15 acres. Almost 15 acres. You'll be accessible by shared access driveway easement. You'll be included in the private road maintenance agreement. Whoever buys track 5. All right? Okay. All right. Once again, track 5. That's all we got left here today. This is going to be the last one. 25, 3,000. Can't get a track. Here's your chance. You're going to have accessibility through a deeded shared driveway easement. You'll share in the private road maintenance agreement. 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Anybody at 20, 3,000, 25, 25, 3. At 25, 3,000, 25, 3,000, 25, 3, 25, it make a lot of sense for you. 25, 3,000, 25 here, 25, 3,000, 3. That tie, you got track 5, that's going to tie y'all together, 2, 4, and 5. That's a big parcel of land right there. 2, 4, and 5. You've already got your choice right there, 2. Gonna be 3. Now 5. 35. 35. 35. 35. 35. Now 5. 7. That's 7. Now 4. 4,000. 4,000. 4,000. 37. 4,000. 37. 4,000. 4,000. Yes or no? Auction network. What about it? 4,000. Gonna be 38. 38. Right quick. 38. Yes or no? 38. 38. Now 9. 39 in the back. 38, 39. What about you, sir? 39? You want to tie that together? 39. You want to try to tie 1 and 5 together? That's where you'd be. You want to get it? What we got? 38 here? 3,900. 3,900. It's almost 15 acres. Yes or no? 3,900. You're going to average down. You're going to have a lot of land right there. 39. If you want to do it. 3,900. 3,900. You're going to be trying to buy it from whoever buys it. If you don't, may as well do it today. 3,900. Today's the day. Here it goes. This is going to be your last chance to track the land here today. 3,900, 3,800, 3,900, 38, 39. We'll do it. Auction network, we got 3,800 on site. You need to be 3,900 to advance it. This will be the last and final track that we offer today. 3,900. Anybody else? 38, 39. You want in? Anybody? You sure? Thank you for what you did do. Everybody that came today, we cannot do these without you. We do appreciate it. Close it out here. $3,800. $3,800, and that's going to be a bidder number.
38.
38.
Yes, sir.
You were 38, sir. That's bidder number
421.
421, and that was on track number 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our auction today. Those of you that have joined us online at the Auction Network, we want to thank you for your participation today. If you are a high bidder online at the Auction Network, be by the phones. One from the Williams offices will be contacting you to execute those contracts and to make arrangements for your deposit. So stay by the phone. Somebody will be contacting you there. On behalf of Williams and Guthrie Realty and our seller, we want to thank you for your attendance today. As I said, we cannot do these without you. It was a great auction for this particular property. We do appreciate your time and effort that you put in it to be with us today. Would like to ask those of you that are here on site, we're going to execute those contracts immediately and make arrangements for that. So if you will, if you are a high bidder here on site, please stay put. One of the staff members from Williams will be executing that contract with you. On behalf of all the staff here for Williams Delvin Helderman and I'm Tony Langdon. Thank you.
All right, there you go. Tony Langdon in Northeast Oklahoma for us there. 12 properties, a large portfolio auctioning in just over an hour from a ballroom auction there. The grand total for all 12 of those properties, $1,620,716 there. Multiple bidders on the floor. We had a lot of online bidding as well. Would like to send a shout out to Dustin Music. Dustin Music was the high bidder on a handful of these properties, Lot 2, Lot 3, and Lot 6. And looks like everything else went to the floor there. Let's take a look at the numbers across the board. We'll pull up my website here so we can kind of see the property we're talking about. Lot 1 was the Afton Lake House on 303rd Road there. That one went for $725,000, the high bidder on the floor. Veneta, the lakefront property, ready to be built with a little house on it there. $59,000, Dustin Music placing the high bid on that one. Great little house in Bixby, just outside of downtown. Lot 3 went for $180,000. Dustin Music picking that one up as well. Not too far from there, we had some land in Bixby, Lot 4. This one, 3.86 acres, going for $165,000. Over to the Muskogee, where that downtown building, that commercial property, going for $50,000 to a high bidder on the floor. And then that got us involved in right into the land auction. As you heard, it was by the acre there on Lot 6, so they got the high dollar amount and then multiplied that. I believe the high dollar was $4,200 an acre on that, 44.28 acres total. So that gives Dustin Music the high bidder there at $185,976. Buyer's choice on this property here, the first high bidder was able to pick and choose between any combination, and that first high bidder picked Lot 7 and 11. Then we had another high bidder picking Lot, I believe that was Lot 12 and 8, and then 9 sold, and then 10 went just there as the last one. For a grand total on just the land, I should say, for Lot 7 through 12, $255,740 for these 6 parcels of land, and then that large lot, Lot 6, going for $185,976. Again, that grand total, $1.62 million and some change there. So congratulations to everybody who picked up properties today within the last hour. We are not done. We've actually got a lot of property that we are going to auction off for the rest of the month. We had 95 total for the month of June. We're down to now 83. That is a lot of property to get through between now and the end of the month. It is all up on our website now in the upcoming auctions part of our webpage. That is all broken down into different categories and different catalogs. Our next group of properties kicks off next week on the 17th through the 19th. During that same week next week, we've got 10 more properties, the 18th through the 20th. And then we'll be back on with you live on June 27th. Irvington, New York, we've got a fantastic property coming up for auction later in the month. And we can take a look at that just a little bit later. Also, we're going to be back in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a really cool auction. Actually, I can see it right out the window from me. It is a hangar auction. We're actually auctioning off an airplane hangar at the airport just right outside our windows here at the studio in Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right, again, that auction coming up next month, I believe, right here on Auction Network Live. As I mentioned, we're going to be in New York for a live on-location auction again. Between now and then, we've got a whole bunch of live online-only properties that are you can bid on as a register member here at Auction Network. Irvington, New York, coming up on June 27th, and that's when we'll see you next, live right here.
You're watching Auction Network. You're watching Auction Network.